Hi, everyone. My name is Shubh Sidhu, and welcome to the pilot episode of a new podcast called Your Business is on the Line. Every week, we're going to have some guests on. They'll either pitch a business idea they've been thinking about or working on, or talk about a business problem they're dealing with at work. They might call in, they might text in, they might join us in studio, and we're going to try to help them workshop that idea or solve that problem. Why me and why now? Well, I've spent the last 2 decades helping founders and entrepreneurs grow their businesses. I've heard a lot of cool ideas, seen some really bad ones, and I'd like to hear more of both. I also really enjoy being behind a microphone, and a big part of me has always wanted to be a talk show host. So this is sort of the culmination of a dream. Now, this is a pilot episode, so I hope you'll bear with us. You might be sitting there thinking, this audio's not that good, or this format doesn't make total sense, or these guys don't really seem like they know what they're doing. But I hope you stick with it, listen through to the end, and I hope it goes well, and I hope we make more. Thanks for coming. Good afternoon, everybody. This is the very first inaugural episode of something called Your Business on the Line, which is a podcast based here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where we are going to talk about business ideas, help people evaluate the validity of those business ideas, and mostly make fun of them, I think. Yes?
I hope so. Yeah.
Right.
Mostly.
You're hearing another voice right now. That voice is our very first guest host, Philippe.
Yeah, Philip. Yeah. Phillippe Burns.
I know it's Philip. Phillippe Burns from Tech Thursday here in Calgary. Philip, how are you today?
I'm doing great. This is hilarious. I'm excited to use my best skill, which is being judgmental.
Yeah.
So pumped to be here.
What can you tell all of our, we have a pretty substantial listening base, I'm assuming, at this point, now that there's all this banter out of the way. Can you tell us a little bit about Tech Thursday? You were the founder of Tech Thursday. You started this.
Yeah.
This was a business idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was a business idea. So I'm, incredibly well positioned to make fun of other entrepreneurs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Started Tech Thursday. Uh, Basically what it is, it's an event series. We host events across Canada,
Yep.
Ottawa, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Calgary. It's been a lot of fun, but really started the company through my job. I previously worked at Neo Financial and was kind of able to incubate this idea until eventually Neo was like, we don't need this. And so I was like, all right, do you mind if I, take this business and try and make a company and make a living off of it? And they were quite keen. So it's been about like a year and a half that I've been running this thing full time.
Pretty amazing. I've had the wonderful joy of attending several Tech Thursday events, and I think it's incredible what you've been able to do in the last year and a half, which might be the first time I've said something nice to you.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. A couple other things. You also have started a charity run club. Tell me about that.
Yeah. The Patrol Foundation.
Yeah.
It's a nonprofit. Me and 8 of my friends started it.
Yep.
And we run 3 events throughout the year here in Calgary. A Stampede event that raises money for local kids sports. And then we're right in between our 2 events that we run in November.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, we just hosted a charity 10K. And then we will be hosting the Mustache Bash, which is like a formal gala. And those 2 events raise money for ACF. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't have an invite to the Mustache Bash.
You will. I mean, you can get an invite, which is $60.
$60 gets me an invite.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
that sounds like you're
ticket,
offering me the opportunity to buy a ticket.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
perfect.
Yeah, we will sell out though, so you got to get it soon.
Okay, I guess. Does anybody have $60 I can borrow? Okay, one other interesting factoid that you told me in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Which I'm now immediately regretting that I told you, because you're immediately using it as sort of leverage.
Yeah, I think you're trying to run a media company. Content is very, very, very important. You're good at a particular sport, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
actually not good. That's not fair. Great.
Great at it. Great. I mean, I'm a national Quidditch champion.
What country?
In Canada. Yeah.
And so how long ago was this?
This was, I won in 2019.
The same year the Raptors won the NBA championship.
That's right. I
Uh,
like and let me tell you, I like my chips with a dip.
uh, what I'm sorry, I know we have a whole thing to talk about,
Yeah.
but I'm sure everybody's curious because I know what is how?
Yeah. I mean, like, the backstory is I was pretty bad at most sports in high school,
Okay.
but I was going into university, like, I would love to find a sport that I could contribute to.
Yep.
And, on my first day, there was all the clubs had set up, and I was with a friend I had just met at school, and, we walked by the Quidditch club, and I, like, tried making fun of them. I was like, um, "Look at those nerds."
Yeah.
Like, that's so
Of
nuts.
course, that's literally what's in my head right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and then my friend was like, "No, apparently they're good." And that was just, like,
Well,
such
what did he mean? They were good, like they were like a ranked Quidditch team.
well, I had no idea what it meant, but almost exactly what was going through your mind. I was like, What does that mean?"
Okay.
And I need to find out. Like, I need to so I went to go talk to them, and they were cool. They were really cool,
So
and
were
so
you a 4-year Quidditch player? Or were you a redshirt freshman? Were you one and done? What once you won the title, were you like, what else is there?
yeah, oh, I mean, like, well, this now kinda takes us into, a whole 'nother story.
Yeah,
So year 1, year 2, I'm joining the team, making an impact right away.
yeah,
I get elected to be the captain of the A team
yeah,
in my 2nd year
yeah,
because we had an A team in my 3rd year, sorry,
yeah.
we had an A team and a B team. And then, I also got elected, as the captain of both teams.
You got elected as the captain of the B team and the A team.
So I was head captain, but also captain of the A team.
Okay, gotcha.
So I
So you
sort of like meant
overall captain
yeah.
and individual captain. I got
Yeah, but this is like at a certain point, we were in a tournament and we were losing to the B team.
you. Yeah,
And so in the huddle, I said, "Guys, we can't be losing to the B team. Like,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
absurd, right? Like,
yeah.
this is the B
Of
team."
course, yeah.
Yeah. And, I guess that message was passed on to the B team.
Right.
And so I was asked to resign out of my elitism.
You
They said I was
you were
elitist.
asked to resign as captain of both teams?
Of no, of
Or
just of the
of
head captain.
Quidditch, period?
They asked me to resign as the head captain, but I could remain on as the captain of the A team.
And what did you choose to do?
I chose to resign as the head captain. I remained the captain of the A team,
Yeah,
but we lost that year,
yeah. So
and so
yeah, how did the B team though?
they way worse. Yeah,
Okay,
way
gotcha.
worse.
Okay, okay. So you were
Um,
ranked.
so I was yeah, exactly. And then I like Kevin Durant it.
Yeah,
I picked up
yeah.
and I went to like a super team. In Quidditch, there's this weird thing where like,
Hold on a sec. But wasn't it a school team?
so I was part of a school team.
But you went to an unaffiliated school team, a club team.
Yeah, exactly. I went to a community team that was new that year called the Ottawa Otters.
Yeah,
I was going to school in Montreal.
yeah.
Um,
So hold on a sec.
and
Sorry,
that's the team I
we're
won
never
with.
going to get to the rest of this podcast. You were living in Montreal.
Yeah,
You chose to join a Quidditch team based in Ottawa, so
basic.
an hour drive.
Uh huh.
Because you thought this was your best chance at a national title.
Well, so after having
Because
been,
that's what Durant did, right?
that's what.
So you
Yeah,
joined, you found you were the Hampton Five, except you were the Ottawa Five. This
exactly.
is like
Yeah.
a lot of inside basketball commentary that most people are not going to understand.
Most people are not going to know,
Yeah.
but that's exactly what I did. I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to play Quidditch anymore. And then, yeah, I got recruited, joined the super team, and I smoked my old team
And that was it. And then you went all the way to the national championship.
all the way to the nationals, and we won. And I just found my university journal the other day,
Yeah.
and I'm crying. Apparently, I won, and tears of joy.
Well, I mean, it's a big deal.
It's a big
You
deal.
can win a national championship in anything. And I mean, of course, think it's hilarious that it's Quidditch, but it feels like a big deal.
Yeah. What about spotlight on you,
No,
investigator? What you got
no,
some
no,
weird sports
that's
back
not how
there.
this works.
No, go on.
No, no, this is my thing.
The people want to know about the host.
No, I don't think they do. I didn't really even introduce myself, but
Yeah.
so Shubh Sidhu, this is my dream. So I have carved out a career in tech,
Yeah.
um, of medium success. But what I wanted to do when I was a kid was be Conan O'Brien. Like I would just stay
Really?
up late
Yeah.
and watch Conan like 2 in the morning And my favorite thing in the world is talking to people and, having to be funny.
Yeah.
And my least favorite thing in the world is listening to boring stuff.
Okay.
And I do enjoy learning about business, but I find everything I try to listen to about business is not super entertaining.
Yeah.
It's, infotaining.
Right.
No, it's not even infotaining, it's informative, but there's no infotainment. So
Right.
I was like, "Well, what if there was a podcast ostensibly about business that really was just an excuse to shoot the poop with your friends?" I
Okay.
substituted swear just in case we decide to take this
To the public.
to the public, to
Yeah,
the to the te
in
to the
case the public's
kids.
not ready for shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
we've got a producer who'll cut that. I was at a company called Zayzoon for many years, a big, sort of successful growth story here in our market, and, took a couple months off, and I was like, "What do I wanna do with my life?"
Yeah.
So I'm helping some companies out, but
You
this
got
is
you
what
got
I
tired
wanna
of
do.
reviewing chips on a newsletter.
I did write I do also have a newsletter, yes, and I spent a lot of time reviewing chips, which brings me, to one question before we get to the actual meat of the show. You
Yeah.
got a favorite chip?
Do you have a favorite chip?
It doesn't, you know what? That's not a fair question. It's like asking you if you have a favorite movie. It's impossible. Do you have a chip you would like? If I was like, "Go eat a chip right now," what would you eat?
Oh, that's a great question. Right now, damn, I would probably go Munchies is coming straight to my mind, like
Oh, the
Sun
mix.
Chip,
Ah, that's
pretzel mix.
smart.
You get a
You
little
get to
bit of
pick
a
one chip. Okay, so
what would you go for right now? What's your ideal pairing for your first podcast?
after
What's the
this,
ideal pairing for
could you
your dream? You're
could you
now
imagine
living
I
your dream.
started eating them on the podcast? Like, just some ASMR. Whew, I I do like a regular chip
Yeah.
with sour cream and onion dip. You know, you take the onion soup mix and you mix it with sour cream. You
Oh,
ever done that
yeah.
before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then,
You like your chips with a
failing that,
dip
I
too.
really like a Cool Ranch Dorito.
Oh,
A lot of people don't
yeah.
love that, but I like it.
That's
It's pretty
great.
good. Um, okay,
Do
so
you feel like the people know you before we jump into the podcast? Do you feel like
uh,
because I've been vulnerable here. Now they all know that I'm
well,
a
to be
Quidditch
fair,
player.
I don't think you were vulnerable. I think I exposed your vulnerability. I think those are 2 different things. I would say, uh, they will find out,
Mhm.
right? Like, this is like I'm being, I think, more polite than normal, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna see what happens. Just, so everyone understands what's about to happen here, Phil's gonna join me today. And then we're literally gonna have some people come in and pitch some ideas to us, and, we're gonna chop it up a little.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back.
Is this yeah. Okay, where should we go get our first guest?
Yeah, yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
All right, everybody. So welcome in Leah Sarich. Leah, very nice to meet you. You and I have never met before, as far as I know.
That's
Maybe.
entirely possible. Yeah.
Would you take maybe a second and just tell us about yourself?
Sure. My name is Leah Sarich. I'm the head of story at Thin Air Labs, a VC here in town, a professional services firm. As head of story, I do sort of our marketing, communications, and PR and tell all the stories for the companies in the portfolio and lots of companies in the ecosystem.
So, based on that description, I would say you're uniquely qualified to understand whether someone's business idea has a potential product market, not
Yeah.
fit, but even conceptual idea. Would that be fair? You've seen a lot of startups in your role
I've
too.
seen a lot of startups, talked
Yeah.
to a lot of founders.
Yeah. Okay, great. So today we're gonna just maybe change it up a little because this is my program.
Right.
I would like to be the first one to pitch.
I love it.
And me and you, Leah, we have the opportunity to
Yeah, so
judge him
yeah, so
relentlessly,
I would
hopefully.
love some, questions and feedback on this idea.
Yeah.
Phil has heard a bit of this idea
All right.
before, so,
I really hope this is the one I'm thinking of.
yeah, so I have this idea, um, as you can now tell, I grew up as an East Indian immigrant. What often happens is, when our parents come from overseas, one thing they don't really experience growing up is swimming and swim lessons. So
Oh.
we grow up with, like, a limited, like, I think I got to what they called maroon at the time, which is, I don't know, they don't do the colors anymore. It was very low level swimmer. And then we have kids, and our kids go and learn how to swim right away. So they become
Yes.
excellent swimmers.
Yes.
And very quickly, by the time they're like 6 or 7, they're as good or a better swimmer than you. Now you have learned how to swim over this time, right? So you have become a better swimmer, but you are still not a good or great swimmer. Now, when you go to the pool, though, you don't want to be like wearing like
floaties.
Obvious flotation device, right?
Life jackets.
So,
Or I like those noodles that people
yeah,
sit on.
you can't be walking around the pool noodle or life jacket. I mean, people are just gonna be like, what?
With
So,
the flutter, I like the flutter boards.
hey, can you?
Okay, sorry.
So the idea is, you would have these like neoprene lined shorts under your swim trunks, and you remember the Reebok pump shoes? You would just have a little pump, so you would just put a little bit of air in the
Okay.
shorts, and then it would just give you that added bit
Little
of buoyancy.
buoyancy.
And I can see by your face you're not sold. But wait, wait. The name is Florts.
Florts.
Are you in or not?
Okay, first of all, I love the name,
Perfect.
Florts.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about the visual.
Yeah.
What is this going to look like on someone who's walking on the pool deck thinking, I'm just going to inflate my shorts here?
Yeah, I think that's both a problem and an opportunity. Without maybe going too deep, like I think it just wherever the air pockets are positioned. I mean, that's an open question from a design.
That was my question on the where are the air pockets? Because like it could really look like you constantly have a fart in your pants.
Uh-huh.
That's about to escape. The air
I
bubble.
think you have to strategically place the air.
So do you think like just on the thighs?
I'm thinking like sides to start with, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
But maybe if maybe if you like.
You could get a
You want to
BBL.
accentuate certain.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway,
Right.
that's the idea.
So there's an accentuation opportunity
That's
there.
a great question, though,
Yeah.
about the air. Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm also visualizing now. I don't know anything about physics or like how this would work in the water, but I'm visualizing you floating on the bottom half.
Yeah.
What's happening to the top half?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden your face is in the water because all of a sudden your butt's floating up, and then you're doing a nosedive, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a constant like
Right?
sad doggy paddle.
That's right. Or are you doing like, what is this? When you're doing this one, the left and right movement, you're treading water.
Yeah, I love that you're making the hand motion.
Right?
People can't see it.
That's right.
I love it. Yeah.
You can feel it though.
Yeah.
You can feel the vibe. I'm treading water.
This is an excellent question. I think this is a key part of this. Is like, this is not a life-saving device. It's not a life-assisting device.
All right.
This is just like, you have to be able to swim. To your point, I'm not probably the wrong time to admit when you're doing the pitch. I've not tested this theory.
Right.
That just by, because it's always, for me, it's always the middle of my body that sinks.
Right.
When I'm trying to swim.
Okay, so I'm going to question you on when you say, well, I can swim.
Yeah.
So inherently, if you're swimming, you should be floating.
Yeah.
So
tired easily, and the kids don't get tired. So it's just like a little, it's like a performance enhancer, but not illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a.
So really, this is a security sort of situation for yourself.
E-bike, but for swimming.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Oh, an e-bike, but for swimming?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to change my pitch.
It's like,
wait, what's an e-bike for swimming? I'd like to hear this pitch, Leah.
No, let's go with this. Okay, so it's like an e-bike, but for swimming. Yeah. So you're no, but just think about it, right? All of a sudden I can see it. Okay, so you've got your shorts on and you're floating, right? But now you're sort of floating. Now it's not propelling you through the water.
Oh, you're talking about adding electricity to the water?
I mean, you could go all the way with this, right? All of a sudden you're zipping through the pool.
This feels very dangerous. I thought you were going to pitch an e-bike, but for water.
Well, I think
which would be like what would that be, like a jet ski? I guess that's been invented already.
Well, you could.
I feel like that exists.
But I do think like framing it just like an e-bike for water. Like, what's an e-bike? It's like a bike that looks like a regular bike, but makes it way easier to bike.
Exactly.
Much simpler to pedal. So Florts is an e-bike for the water. Like, it doesn't have to have electricity.
It's like Uber, but for floating.
This is the Uber
that's the pitch
of flotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm hearing is there's a lot of questions about safety.
Yeah. I would also suggest efficacy.
Efficacy, yeah. Safety, other than safety, efficacy, poor design.
Great name.
Great name.
Great name.
So I think what I'm hearing is I'm gonna go back into the lab.
Yeah.
And maybe I could reapply the name.
Like, you could really have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if like the first model is a speedo. You know,
Wait, hold on. Sounds like you
I find
guys
that deeply unsettling.
you guys were kind of like not in support of this idea, but now you're
now I think you should really start.
now you've come around.
I don't think this podcast is such a good idea. I think you
What if I just renamed podcast Florts?
should- Florts, yeah, then
Yeah.
you can invest.
And then said it's like an e-bike, but for podcast. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys listening to my idea.
Anytime.
I won't pretend I don't feel bad, but yeah, I think it's probably a no. And hey,
Hey, it all starts with an idea.
well, you're saying that, and you're being very nice about it, Leah. But I don't think so.
You don't think? I don't know. I actually like get the flotation in the.
All I have to say is I'm not in, and now you're in.
I think I'm in. Like I think I want to see you try it. I think I want to see you put air in shorts and see if it works.
All right.
There you go. All you needed is an MVP.
3 months from now, we'll be back here when we put some air in shorts.
I like put air in shorts and jump in the pool. Like, you know, that's really not that hard. And
This
then
is the description from the point of view of somebody who has just gone ahead and started his own company. What if you just put some air in your shorts and done with it? All right. Well, thank you very much, Leah, again. for
My
coming in,
pleasure.
And maybe you'll come back.
Anytime.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, everybody. So Phil, we've had one pitch that I did so
Yeah.
far today. We
great
have
pitch.
our first guest to come on and pitch ever in the history of this program. And the history of this program is 45 minutes. Sebastian Hiscock has graciously decided to come into this podcast room. Just before we get to Sebastian, Phil, what would you say the temperature of this podcast room is right now?
Yeah. This we really did a bad job of getting ventilation in this room.
It's-
I'll say we when I mean the contractors.
It's 80 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Sebastian, pleasure having you here. Yeah. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, so I was born in 1992,
Wow.
All the way back.
Kentville, Nova Scotia.
Kent, you're from Nova Scotia?
Yeah.
I love
Our-
Nova Scotia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was born in Newfoundland.
Oh, no
and my
way.
family's all out in Halifax.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I started that as like
Yeah.
kind of a joke. You
To
know,
be honest,
going all the way back,
everybody
but
who-
now we just made a genuine
Everybody who comes
connection.
on and I'm like, I'm from there, I'm going to say, oh, I'm from there. That's like a little bit.
Oh, that's part of it. Oh,
Oh, no, I'm actually, that's
you are
actually where I'm
from
from.
Newfoundland.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am currently a co-founder at a company called Pure Lend
Okay.
here in Calgary.
Yeah.
We do document automation for mortgage brokers and lenders. Before that, I was a principal engineer and architect at Neo Financial for about 5.5 years. And way back, I worked in the airline domain. That's sort of where I cut my teeth. So
Were you one of those guys who told the pilots which way to go? With
yeah,
the
exactly.
orange?
On the ground. No, I actually worked in the call center.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's how I
must
got
be
my
a tough
start.
job working in a call center in an airline. No one
Yeah.
calls in because they're happy.
Nobody is happy to
Yeah.
talk to you.
Yeah.
No, we did a pretty good job though, I think, at, you know, keeping customers, you know, turning those calls around.
Yeah,
Somebody's
nice.
upset.
Well, I mean, we talk about turning things around. That's why you're here, because according to Phil, this has not gone well so far.
Yeah, Seb, hopefully you got some skills from back in the days to turn this first pilot episode
Well,
around.
I'll do what I can.
You spent 5 years at a unicorn in Canada. Now you jumped in and started your own company. So I feel like there's a lot of business acumen
Yeah.
coming from this side, other side of the table. So Sebastian, do you have an idea to pitch us?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So
So
can you imagine if you'd said no?
just no.
Yeah. I've changed my mind.
Okay. Do you answer this question
Yeah.
I
first?
love this pitch already.
Do you like salsa?
Yes.
I love salsa.
I love
I
it.
love salsa.
Thank you for
Love-
playing along.
Yeah.
+1.
Thank you. I also love salsa a lot,
Oh.
but I have a serious problem.
Okay.
Whenever I show up at the grocery store, I'm looking at the salsa aisle. You've got like rows and rows, different brands.
Yeah.
Can I say the brands? Newman's Own,
Yeah,
Tostitos.
no one's
Just
gonna hear
bleep
this.
these out
Yeah.
after.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
allowed.
Well,
like,
unless we get a sponsorship.
oh,
Yeah, that's right. Our first
interesting.
Hit us up, Tostitos.
It was a Paul Newman from the grave.
Like definitely. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're looking at all these brands.
Yeah.
Then there's all these like varieties, like
Yeah.
product lines within those brands. You
Yeah.
got your hot,
Chunky.
you got your chunky, you got
Yeah.
your milds, you got your
You're absolutely
with beans.
speaking to the converted. Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
And I feel like also the mild to hot each one, like the way that they're measuring them is totally different. Right?
Exactly.
Like,
It's not, they don't use
Yeah,
like,
you
they don't
can't-
show you the Scovilles.
Yeah.
They don't, there's
You
no
can't say
objective
miles
scale.
from every brand is the right mile.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
The other day I bought Cholula medium.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely destroyed me.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
not
wow.
expecting
Too
it.
spicy.
Too hot.
Implosive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's not the problem that I'm trying to solve.
Okay.
It's not standardization. It's not a standard scale. It's called Scovilles. Like they could do that if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not it.
Yeah.
The problem is whether I remember that I liked a particular type of salsa. I've
Mhm.
tried a lot. They last a long time. They sit
Yeah.
around in my fridge.
Yeah.
By the time it's, I'm ready to go to the store, I want to buy a new jar of salsa. I
Yeah.
have no idea. Like, what have I tried? Did I
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah.
What were the characteristics that
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuck out to me?
Yeah.
I have no memory of any of that. Enter SalsaScore.
It's hot in here, but I still got chills.
You got chills?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Pop the barcode
Yeah.
and it'll tell you
Yeah.
everything
Right.
Yeah.
about the product. So
But from your personal experience.
exactly.
Yeah. Not the generic, how many grams of carbs, like
Yeah.
what.
I mean, it can do that
Sure,
as well.
But that's,
But more importantly,
Yeah.
when you eat a salsa,
Yeah.
you record it.
yeah. How do you feel about it?
That subjective experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're at the store, you scan the barcode, instant recall how that experience went.
Yeah.
Did I like the salsa?
And is this like a peer review site as well? Like, can I go on and see?
No.
Yeah.
No, I can't. see
No,
what
it's
other
just for
people-
you.
Yeah,
Oh, just-
Sebastian
it
does
doesn't-
not care what everybody else thinks about it.
Right,
And I
doesn't
agree.
matter.
Like what? Like I don't want to know third-party reviews of salsa.
Yeah.
It's a personal experience.
Exactly.
Although
Yeah, I
I
get
kind of
it.
like, I kind of wish there was like a cult following to this app, like Letterbox, like where you could have really funny reviews of salsas and be like a salsa. What's it called again? Sorry, salsa
SalsaScore.
salsa
Yeah.
score.
Yeah.
Yeah, salsa
All,
score.
is it all?
hero,
Is it all one word?
One word. SalsaScore.
salsa score?
Yeah. It flows
Um,
together.
Okay, so as Phil alluded to earlier, I wrote an entire blog about chips and I ranked them for much of the same reason. I never thought, could I put those in an app? Could you apply SalsaScore to other foods?
You could, but
This is
won't.
not. You
I
are
refuse.
singularly. This is just about. It's about the purity of the sport. Basically.
Exactly. This is
Okay.
about salsa. It's called SalsaScore. It's not called Food Score.
Right. Right.
That's SalsaScore.
And where do we draw the line? Like,
Great
is
question.
a bruschetta, like, is a bruschetta, is that a salsa?
First of all, I don't think bruschetta is how you.
I mean, where,
First of all, it's a made-up word. Also, salsa.
bruschetta.
Bruschetta is a word. Or is it bruschetta? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's
Oh, real
Oh,
word. It just came out funny.
I see.
Okay, keep going.
bruschetta.
Yeah,
Is
you-
bruschetta a salsa?
You've actually touched on what I think is like the hardest problem to solve in
Okay.
the salsa space,
Yeah.
salsa scoring space. I built a prototype of this
Get
tool
out.
for sure.
Yeah.
As soon as like some of these like vibe coding tools came
Yeah.
out, I was like, I have to try
Yeah.
this. I have to finally realize.
Yeah,
My
live
destiny.
out
My
your
dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you. That's why.
To build
That's why we're
SalsaScore.
doing this right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I did, and it works great. But the problem is that it works for any food that has a barcode.
Right.
Right.
There's no
You're like Chappelle when he walked away from his show, right? Because it wasn't about the purity of comedy anymore. It became about the business. Like
Yeah.
that's the vibe I'm getting. Is like SalsaScore could work for anything. And
Yeah.
you were like, no, I'm walking away.
Yeah, I
People were
don't
like,
want
this is
it
a
to.
big idea, and you were like, no, guys, I want this to be only about the salsa, and the world was trying to pull you away from that.
I
Yeah.
also love like
Yeah.
this is like the return of micro apps. Like instead of like super apps, it's like
Yeah.
no, like this app will not do that. This app will only do
It's
salsa.
like a boutique, yeah, like it's like bougie almost,
Yeah.
but in an accessible way.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask a offshoot question? So, sometimes depending on which one of you does the shopping, and if there's just salsa on the list, someone just grabs the salsa, right? Would you be able to share
accounts.
this with like your household in case you somebody else goes shopping for the salsa? I guess is what I'm saying.
Interesting idea.
Yeah.
I mean, at first I thought I really wanted this to be an individual
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, it's about you.
But I get that. Like maybe one per household could
Yeah.
work. There's maybe like like a monetization model in there. Like you can add, a certain number of members for free, like household
Or the
members, and
salsa.
then you start.
Would you
paying
accept
for
money from the salsa people for ads, or no? Does that take away from?
Yeah. I mean, that really.
That's it. That's not it.
Removes the objectivity. It's no longer about your experience with the salsa. It's now about what Big Salsa wants you to buy.
Yeah.
That's a totally different.
I'm not letting
That's a
Odell Paso. What is that? What is that salsa?
Old El Paso.
Oh, yeah.
You're putting your words together. Yeah, Old El Paso.
Odell.
Old.
Well, you must know. What's that salsa?
Old El Paso.
Old El Paso.
Old El
Correct.
Paso.
Yeah.
But you're saying Odell, like Odell Beckham Jr.
I'm not letting Odell Beckham Jr. tell me what salsa I buy and don't buy.
Yeah, well, you could. It's never going to spot because Seb won't allow it.
Exactly. It's similar to like why
Yeah.
I won't allow community ratings or like
Right.
viewing other people, like no social interaction. Really, this is about your experiences. That's why I'm hesitating with the household thing.
Right.
A
This
little
is about
bit.
you and the salsa. You doing what your wife telling you if you like a salsa or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is
Exactly.
about me. This is between me and the salsa.
Yeah, but I understand that practically, yes, maybe somebody's doing
well,
the shopping,
just saying,
or you
flipping
know,
it around. You're prepping for a party.
yeah, or it's Instacart or something. If I could share my salsa preferences with my delivery driver, maybe.
So you don't want this to be about anybody other than you, which I, as a narcissist, really appreciate. But let's say you have a party, yeah, with all your new friends like me, and you have a party and you put some different salsas out, and I'm like, holy cow, this particular salsa, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Are you even telling me what brand that salsa is, or are you just like, go figure it out for yourself, Shub? Because I can't. You don't want to be told, but can you even recommend salsa without violating sort of your core ethos around SalsaScore?
So if someone tried the salsa,
Yeah.
and decided that they liked it,
Yeah, on their own,
yeah. without any external influence,
yeah,
I think they should be allowed to know what brand of.
Would you be
salsa
able to
that
share that from your app, or is that?
No.
This is the Apple walled garden of app stores.
Not because I don't want,
It sounds like you don't want.
Well,
yeah.
I wouldn't want it to be abused. Wouldn't want you to share salsa that,
You just don't want to shill for salsa.
Yeah.
You don't want me to just like, hey, I'm gonna fill into this salsa a lot.
I think something that might work for this is like the ability to request a specific salsa from your friend.
Okay.
If you tried the salsa,
Yeah.
you could maybe write up some of the characteristics that you
Yeah.
enjoyed about that salsa, send a
Right.
request to,
Yeah.
The other SalsaScore user,
And you would decide based on how much effort I put into that request, whether you granted that
whether
request.
I decide to share that salsa with you. So you're in control of your salsa data at all times.
So-
That's really
I don't know if there's a business idea here, but I love the app.
Well, the app is very expensive. I don't know. Did I not mention that? It's very expensive.
It's like $100 in the app store.
Yes.
One person paying $1 million. How are you going to get $2 million in ARR? Well, it's easy.
Just
need one
Just
guy.
need one user.
There is definitely one very, very wealthy person.
who loves salsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that like Diamond app that they had for iOS that cost like 10 grand? It's similar idea.
Yeah, like maybe that's the demographic is the incredibly wealthy who like salsa. A suggestion that you're going to shoot down. So something I think is really important with salsa is what chip it pairs well with.
Whoa.
Is that wrong?
I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
to
So
be
like,
honest.
let's say a salsa might go great with like a lightly salted nacho chip, or it might go great with something else.
I feel like this is a tasting notes section. It's like
Yeah.
pairs with, but you can't build in that functionality to stay true to salsa score.
Yeah. You
So-
can write down notes, like write down whatever you want.
But you
to.
can't
Yeah.
actually pick like from a list of chips and say this is the chip.
No, we don't know anything about chips. We can't produce a
we
list
don't
of
want
chips.
to know anything.
That's not.
That would be back.
That's
That would be
outside of
food
our
score.
domain.
Yeah.
That'd be food score again.
Yeah.
What could be an option
Yeah.
is multiple apps. Like you
Okay.
have chip score,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm in.
which is
Where do I
completely
write
separate.
my check for chip score?
Chip score
Yeah.
and salsa score.
Yeah, separate.
And
And,
there's-
you need
Would you
like
keep them under the same operating umbrella? Would you feel like you were pooping the ice creaming the salsa brand?
I mean, like you're talking about the business structure. I would maybe make a parent company with some subsidiaries for each,
But each one has their own app.
Each one has their own app. That's
I love it so
and
much.
somebody,
That's
and
the
you have to
important
hire people who are particularly passionate about that.
Yeah, because you're not going to find people that are experts in all of those different food domains. Like it's just not possible.
I love the idea of someone who does. Like,
I know we're joking about this, but like I'm even thinking like sometimes I buy spaghetti and then I take it home and then my kids are like, this spaghetti is different. But I'm like, I don't know why it was different. I don't remember which one I bought last time. So I know that you were resistant to food score, but I think salsa score, chip score, spaghetti score. I think we could just, 1,000.
Just keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
And with AI, have you heard about AI?
Yeah.
With the power of AI, I think you just crank those apps.
I think so. You get a template going.
Yeah.
Something that you can easily repeat.
And then like $1 million per.
And they're all very expensive. So
that's my favorite part about this.
And imagine like what a flex that would be. You turn over your like homepage and it's like just all of the scores that cost you like 10 grand to get all of these apps.
I want to fill your phone with food scoring apps. That's my personal mission.
It costs tens of thousands of dollars to enter in any data.
So expensive.
I love this. I mean, have you thought any more about where you do draw the line? Like, what is the salsa line? Like, if you think about moles, well, guacamole, does that fall into the salsa score?
Sometimes I got that salsa mixed with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to the prototype, that's what I said I'm currently struggling with is like,
where do you draw the line?
how do I identify this is salsa?
If I could just offer a suggestion here, what if it's just got to say salsa on the label?
Maybe.
That's it. That's the criteria.
That could be the criteria.
So even if it's salsa mixed with, I don't know, sour cream pre-mixed, is that a thing?
That sounds so gross, but yeah.
Let's assume it's a thing.
Yeah.
So if it was salsa and sour cream together, you'd be like, yeah, that counts too.
Huh. Because it says salsa on the label.
Salsa is in the bottle.
Yeah. I don't want you to have to take a picture of the label, though. I just want you to be able to pop the barcode. So I'm really limited to like what data I can get.
The barcode doesn't have the name of the product?
Some of them do. Some of them just have like a code, and there's different APIs you can use to pull information about the product SKU. We're deep in the technical weeds right now.
Yeah. I love the idea though of like maybe even being insulting if you scan something that's not a salsa, like if you try and scan like a queso dip.
I think you're looking for pasta sauce score, which is a totally different app that you have to subscribe to.
Hey, idiot. That's a queso dip. You're on SalsaScore.
Yeah. That is a can of tomatoes you were going to use in your salsa.
I would like it to be like a video of like.
Does not. Seb just gets up, like maybe live.
Yeah, it's
like,
a video of like Seb.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you have to take like a profile photo and it's a video of like Seb dunking on an amateur, like an emoji that we make of you, and we like dunk.
Is so exclusive.
That's not a salsa.
I love this monetization model where it's so expensive and so exclusive that you're in constant fear of being kicked out of the club.
Yeah, you actually have to, if you scan something that's not a salsa, you have to pay to get back on the app.
That's true. And it's maybe like a 3-strike rule. Like you keep scanning stuff, like you're gone.
Yeah. This is, I started out loving this idea and I finished loving it even.
Okay.
Do we have a scoring system for?
Oh yeah, we should give a scoring system, like a salsa score, but for the idea.
A business score.
That could be one of the business score.
Give me your business score for this out of 75.
I rank this is 75 salsas to me.
Out of 75.
Out of 75.
Well,
okay, maybe this is.
I've got some questions about whether the user will buy at that price point. 68 out of 75.
Sure.
That's
that's pretty good.
I think you're going to get some investment reach outs once we.
I mean, you said something earlier.
I did say I would invest immediately in chip score. Yeah.
So, that was chip score.
Yeah.
So not salsa score.
Well, I mean, you've been very clear that those are two different.
They're different. I want to start with salsa, but like if I get a little bit of seed money to get that going, we can talk about chips after.
Perfect. Well, guys, I want to thank Sebastian for coming in. I also maybe we could share a link where you could invest in his.
Yeah. We could do some crowdfunding.
Idea. Yeah, we could do some crowdfunding.
Should I start a GoFundMe?
Yeah, you should start a GoFundMe.
I think
we'll add it to the show notes.
Okay.
What is it, GoFundMe or Kickstarter?
Kickstarter.
What are kids using these days?
They're using. I think GoFundMe is hilarious. Like,
yeah, I think if you get a score over a certain score, that's a good signal that you should start a GoFundMe.
Okay.
For SalsaScore. So,
68.
Yeah, let us know how we can help.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
guys.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah, this was great.
Thanks, buddy. Sebastian will go down as the first person. So, like in 5 years, Pure Lend worth $50 million.
Yeah,
But what he's going to be known for,
is SalsaScore.
no.
Oh.
Well, yes, but also he'll be known as. Are you the guy, the first guy to pitch on your businesses on the line? Are you that, Sebastian? And be like, yeah. What are you helping to sell this for, man? It just got too political. Right? It just got too political. And then forever, you'll be the guy. When this takes off,
When this takes
it's
off.
taken off after this,
Episode 1.
you will be the guy. You
Yeah.
will be what's the biggest podcast in the world that started just as a podcast?
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I guess famous.
Oh,
There's
right.
somebody that just became famous from Tim Ferriss.
Right.
You were like the first guest on Tim Ferriss.
Yeah, or Amy Poehler.
Already famous.
They were already famous.
Right. Okay.
We're
Right.
talking about podcasts.
Mark Maron.
This is gonna work. Well, Phil, that's pretty good. We got 2 pitches in so far.
Yeah,
My pitch went way worse than Seb's.
I really loved SalsaScore. It was so good.
Are you going to quit your job and go work at SalsaScore? Or do you think you can do both?
Well, what I actually love about SalsaScore is like how much of a cult following you can get. Like,
Yeah.
it really strikes me that that's probably the way to build a scoring app like that for the grocery store, is like niche down and totally no one else is allowed it except salsa aficionados.
Only. Yeah.
And I want to be King Salsa of Salsa Island, you know?
Can't be. Seb will be.
Except for me,
You can't just steal. The idea of this show is not to steal people's ideas.
Right. I'm
No
going
one
to
will
build
come back
it.
on if you steal it. You have to be supportive. You have to be a combination. The American Idol judges, one's kind of mean,
Yeah.
right? Like people need to know when they can't sing. That's true.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, maybe they just need a little,
Right.
a little support.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Maybe I should be fair. I want there to be a salsa king in the world. Someone who's made,
I think we just met him.
and we just met him. And
He might be the most focused salsa person I've ever seen, Philip. Okay, well, that's a wrap on our first show. I want to thank you, Phil, for coming in. You're going to have to basically come back every time now.
well, I'd be honored to
I said
if you had me.
guest co-host,
Right.
but guests can come over all the time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Increasingly as this podcast went on,
You bought in.
well,
You bought in on the pitch of the pod. I didn't even need to pitch you the podcast.
Well-
I just brought you in and you were like, oh my God, this is perfect.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought like, okay, this episode's never gonna see the light of day.
Yeah, but
and then
now-
I saw the glint in your eye, and I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, I probably should have spent way less time talking about my Quidditch backstory.
No, that's the only part we're putting out.
The world does not need to know that I got ousted for being elitist of my Quidditch team. You know?
think, with respect,
Yeah.
I can't think of a thing more people need to know about. Like,
Well, people are gonna start coming up to me like, I don't know if I want to work with you. I heard you got thrown out of your Quidditch
no,
team.
but it's a redemption arc
Yeah.
because like you realized, wow, I just like, what'd you learn? You learned a lesson about leadership.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. You can't pit teams against each other.
You have
You
to
know what I
build
mean?
everyone up.
Yeah. Like it's a team, the whole team, the extended team. If you are the
Yeah.
head of marketing, you are not at odds with the head of finance.
Right.
You are a partner with the head of finance. That's what you learned.
Sure. I'm glad you're ascribing that. I think I
Yeah.
learned like I don't care about the B team.
Or also you could have also learned that if you don't care about the B team, you're going to win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. But this was a great show. I'm proud of you getting your first
Hey,
episode out there.
I appreciate the space and I appreciate this being a lot of fun. And I think the ultimate judgment of something like this is, do you want to do it again? And I think I would do it again.
I mean, I would do it again too if you'll have me.
Well, I think I have to have you now because everybody's gonna be like, "Hey, get us the Quidditch update." Like no one will even listen to the rest of the thing. So
You can really it's gonna be remarkable how quickly you can replace me and no one will
you're
notice.
just, where am I gonna find another national Quidditch champion?
Yeah, well, there was like 20 on my team. I can
Oh, really?
put out some calls. Yeah.
I bet you what would be a really interesting exercise is going through the laundry list of people who won the national Quidditch championship. And I'm sure what we're going to find is half of them are highly successful entrepreneurs. Because if you have the wherewithal to walk into university campus and go, hey, Quidditch, that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
And then you were successful at it.
Yeah.
Man, that's somebody I would bet on. All right.
That's
Thanks
great.
again, Phil. We'll see you next time.
Boom.